efficiently gobbling up legs.
Yeah, and I did like the shake of the head when he missed the treble 18 there. Gerwyn Price is his own biggest critic. But this to finish the job, and a commanding victory over Ross Montgomery.
28.
And a rare miss at top, so an opportunity for Ross Montgomery maybe just to salvage a bit of pride here.
Needs a treble. Does not get it. And Gerwyn Price, well, the smile tells you. Oh, he's gone
72.
Double to leave a double. That's not old school, Ross. And right at the very end, we do have a little bit of faffing and a little bit of drama from Gerwyn Price.
Yeah, Ross Montgomery smiling, can't believe he's getting a go. He went double to leave a double. We'll hit the first double. And he hits the second double. A first holder throw for Ross Montgomery. Relied on some missed darts and to quote Gerwyn Price, he bombed that leg, didn't he? But still in a great position.
96.
And 5-2 in front, and it seems inevitable that he will book his place in the second round. And Dan, you mentioned Gary Anderson could be having one of those days. Well, he's not having it all his own way. Luke Peters just tied that match up at 4 apiece now.
Yeah, and Anderson's average has dropped by almost 10 points. I mean, it's still over 100. But 4 apiece against Luke Peters, the Dutchman.
95.
Max Hop 5-3 down to Scott Williams, and Hop after beating Raymond van Barneveld, you can't help but feel he's missing the trick here because Scott Williams only averaging 86. Unfortunately, Hop's averaging 79.
130.
Yeah, it's almost 20 points off the average he was producing against Raymond van Barneveld in that first round win. Still a work in progress, Max Hop. And look, as long as he keeps taking 1.5 steps forward for every step back he seems to take, then that's okay. But he does have a fight on his hands again to keep hold of his tour card come the end of the year.
Yeah, he was very reliant on the European tour, wasn't he? Which did play into the favour of the German players. To be fair to him, though, they did respond, and we've got to. Look, the quality of the darts in Germany now, we don't need to make the draws favourable because Clemens, Schindler, Hop on his day, Florian Hempel.
And maybe Ricardo Petrechko from what we're seeing in recent weeks. But Gerwyn Price, can he win it with a big one? No, he can't. And what was looking like an absolute stroll for Gerwyn Price is just turning into a bit of an annoying little struggle at the minute.
Yeah, Montgomery for back-to-back legs. Tops for 5-3. Yeah, it is 5-3. Good leg from Ross Montgomery, 14 darts. And just now we'll start to give Gerwyn Price something to think about. I mean, I'm convinced Price will still be fairly chilled about the situation, but had darts to win 6-1. Montgomery, there's a bit of bounce in the throw now.
He's got to the stage now, Ross Montgomery, where it's close enough, where a couple of 15-dart holds and a 12-dart break, and he might win this game. You're forcing Price to hit 12 darters then. And we know anybody in this field is quite capable of going 15, 12, 15 in 3
62.
legs. One thing being capable of doing it, it's another thing actually doing it, but he's put himself in that position.
Yeah, and the treble's starting to dry up for Gerwyn Price. He's making a bit of a meal of this. And Gary Anderson making a right meal of his game. He's now 5-4 down to Luke Peters. So we were talking about the prospect of Gary Anderson versus Gerwyn Price in the last 16 about 10 minutes ago. It looked, well, certainly we're going to win these ties. I mean, I'm still convinced that Gerwyn will get the job done here.
77.
But Anderson's got a real job on his hands.
European champion Rob Cross is through to round 3. He's beaten Kevin Burness by 6 legs to 4, averaging just a tiny little bit below 100. Karol Sedlacek, a winner on this streaming board earlier, is through with a 6-4 win against Scott Waits as well.
Yeah, Karol Sedlacek. Or Sedlacek, is that the right pronunciation?
Yeah,
taking it's up for debate, isn't it? But he earned the spot. He is technically our #1 seed now. You defeat the #1 seed, you get their path. He beat Luke Humphries. He'll face the winner of Kuyvenhoven and Pietreczko. So Sedlacek will fancy his chances there now.
Well, Ross Montgomery looking very good to get within a leg here. And Gerwyn Price He'll already be thinking, look, next leg, I've got the throw, no panic, that's fine. But a little 12 darter from Ross Montgomery in the next leg, assuming he can get this one done.
Do you expect him to get this one done? He's got 2 visits.
16.
He'll be back. They were good darts, just outside. He'll be back, and Price can forget about this leg. It looks like.
85.
And had darts to win 6-1, sorry.
Game shot.
Well, we do go into a 10th leg. Gerwyn Price. It has got more and more precarious for the Iceman as this game has gone on, when there didn't seem to be even a faint whiff of danger.
And a puff of the cheeks there. He wasn't happy with that visit of just 100, was he? Well, Max Hopper's forced the last leg to side with Scott Williams. Trailed 5-3 in that match, now 5 apiece.
Oh, hang about, Gezzy. Hang about. That is poor. Ross Montgomery, a big visit here, and that's a perfect first dart.
140.
Well, all of a sudden, Ross Montgomery might be becoming favourite to win this match, which looked almost impossible 3-4 legs ago.
No. And Price just can't find anything.
100.
Finds a 10. Not enough. Montgomery's got the darts here. Be a big win for Ross Montgomery as well. He just kept chipping away.
60.
Yeah, a little shake of the head. He knows he probably could have done with more there.
90.
It's not enough to get to a finish. Ross Montgomery is going to get to a finish surely from here. The question is, how good a finish will it be? Could be 3 darts at a double at the end of this. Well, it's not quite that. A lot of players would have liked to use the bullseye there to make sure you get 2 darts at the outer ring when you return. He may only get 1, and that might be a mistake.
Well, we'll soon find out. There's the tops left. Montgomery, though, is going to get 1 dart, you feel. Maybe 2, but 1. He's going to get 2 for 5 apiece. He looked dead and buried at 5-1. This is big. And Montgomery pins it. 5 apiece now, and he holds the hands out, but he's done his bit. He's got the darts in the 11th and deciding leg here, and Gerwyn Price has got plenty to ponder now.
Gary Anderson has just been beaten by Luke Peters in a last leg decider, despite roaring off with 111 average and taking a 2-0 lead. Gerwyn Price missed 3 match darts for a 6-1 win here, and the world #1 is going to have to break the throw in this last leg decider. But that's how you start it.
Well, looking to just reassert himself, but Montgomery start with a 10. Is he going to fire back with a 180 himself?
140.
That'll do. This is good. We've got a lot of last leg deciders going on. We've got one here. Peter Wright, Lee Evans, Chisnell and Jimi Hendricks.
58.
All getting a bit tense in round 2 here in Barnsley.
In a matter of minutes, we could be seeing Anderson, Wright, Chisnell and Price all knocked out of the tournament in round 2. Oh, problems.
80.
Great last start from Ross Montgomery. It's not enough to get to a finish.
Yeah, but Price isn't doing a lot here. Doing
48.
nowhere near enough. This is real trouble now.
Started this leg with a 180 Gerwyn Price, followed up with 58 and 48. And to be honest, he's only really got himself to blame for this. He should have won it 6-1. He didn't. His average has tumbled by about 10 points since then. Because he probably thought, I'm going to win this at some point. And he has not managed to get another dart at double to win it. Will he get one in this leg? Double top says no.
Montgomery for an unbelievable turnaround. And Montgomery, Ross Montgomery has dumped out the world #1. He trailed 5-1, survived match darts, but a plucky performance from Ross Montgomery will be one of his biggest wins in the PDC, and look how happy he is there. And he's caused a real stir here in Barnsley. The world #1's gone, and there we see the average was up around about 108 at one point for Gerwyn Price, dropped to 93. 5-180 in favour of Price, but it's Ross Montgomery who's clinical, and he's through to round 3, and he'll face the winner of Ryan Joyce and Danny Baggish, which is coming up in a few moments' time on this board.
Toyo Tires.